So hey guys, my name's Avarti and welcome back to another Elder Scrolls lore video. Now today is going to be slightly different in the fact that I'm not going to be focusing on the lore of one location. I'm going to be talking about lots of the lesser known islands of Nirn that you may not have heard about before. Now the reason I've compiled the lore of these various islands into one video is simply because there's not a whole lot of info on each of these islands on the whole, so I thought I'd make one video regarding them all. Before we begin though, I do just want to say I have videos regarding most of the other major continents and places of Nirn on my channel, so if you're interested in some more mainstream lore, then go and check those videos out. You can find them on my channel. Now to begin with, I thought we'd talk about some of the islands closest to Tamriel, the land every Elder Scrolls fan is familiar with, and then as we progress throughout the video, we will talk about some of the more obscure and far away islands. I just want to say I won't be mentioning Solstheim in this video, as I'm planning on doing a video related to that in the future if you were wondering. The island of Roscrea has a tale similar to that of the other major territories of the Empire. Suffice to say, it was conquered fully and successfully by the then Emperor Uriel Septim V in the Third Era, which was a time of peace and prosperity as well as expansion within the Empire. However, unlike the other territories we know of, there is precious little information about the people who lived there, but we do know that after a period of time the island was annexed by Solitude, the capital of Skyrim, and so was no longer under direct imperial control. In some ways, it is fitting that Roscrea became a territory of Skyrim due to their similar cold, northerly climates. Another island also situated to the north of Skyrim, about a day's boat ride from Winterhold, is Ollenveld. Ollenveld has a strange and disturbing story that would cast fear and disgust in many, especially those belonging to the Mages Guild. The abandoned island was once home to a large and powerful city, which was seemingly abandoned for no reason. When Tiber Septim the Conqueror came across this island city that was inhabited by naught but ghosts and whispers, he made it into an industrial graveyard for his own personal use, lining the eerily empty streets with unmarked gravestones, and whether these graves were for friends or foes, we do not know. But the mass grave that was Ollenveld would later resurface in Tamriel's history. When necromancy was outlawed in the Mages Guild, necromancers from all corners of Tamriel would flock to Ollenveld to unearth the endless graves there for their rituals and own twisted needs. And so the once great island city became a sanctuary for the amoral practice of necromancy. Uriel V, we already know, was a conqueror. He was the emperor who brought Roscrea into the fold of the empire. However, his expansionist ideals did not stop there. He would go on to dominate other territories outside of Tamriel, such as the islands that mark the cultural and geographical transition between Akavir and Tamriel, the mirror continents. The emperor would conquer these islands in order to further his quest for human dominance in Akavir, which would end in complete and utter failure, but the islands he had conquered on the way would remain in the firm grip of the empire. The island of Niet is one of these islands, the other two being Cathon Cay and Ynesla. These islands are largely similar considering their close proximity, and it suggested each of these island kingdoms are ruled by a prince or king, each in service to the empire. Estero is of particular significance considering the Imperial Navy is one of its largest ports there, presumably for use against any Akaviri invaders. Perhaps the most mysterious island on this list is the island of Artaeum, as it doesn't actually appear anywhere on any maps of Tamriel, although it once did and perhaps will do in the future. Despite this apparent uncertainty, we can be sure of its existence, as it's currently known to be inhabited by the Psijics of Artaeum, a group of monk-like mages dedicated to the practice of the so-called Old Ways, a form of mysticism in which they endeavour to understand the nature and truth of everything present in the universe. Indeed, the Psijics actually practiced mysticism long before it became known by that name, and they are often credited with its discovery. Their affinity for mysticism thus allows these mages to see into the future and prophesize about events that are going to come to pass, as is seen by the play in Skyrim in the Winterhold College questline. And for unknown reasons, the mages have removed the island repeatedly from known existence, thus its disputed geographical location, and the last time it was actually present in its proper location, which is where it was before it disappeared last time, was in the Somerset Isles, which was 100 years before the Skyrim Civil War. Thanks for watching this video, and I just want to say there are loads of other islands of Nirn as well, but the reason I missed those out in this video is simply because I only wanted to cover the more interesting islands that people may not know about. In addition, if you want to learn more about interesting islands in the Elder Scrolls universe, I did dedicate an entire video to the mysterious island of Thras, which you can find on my channel. Anyway, thanks again guys, and I'll see ya.